The season was already over. Injuries everywhere. No real shot at a title. And then, Steph Curry came back anyway. He chose to return, through injury. He could have waited, focused on recovery, saved it for next season. But he didn't. He pushed to come back early, ignored the noise, and fought his way onto the court for the final stretch. This raises a question. If your team is already on the edge of the play-in, would you come back injured? Just when the world thought the Golden State Warriors had given up on this season, Steph Curry made a different choice. From a player who changed the game, to the last pillar of a dynasty in decline, what has Curry really been through at 38? And does he still have a shot at a fifth championship? 2 months ago, when Curry went down, everyone thought the Warriors' season was over. Jimmy Butler was ruled out for the season. Curry was hurt too. Even though the team was still hovering around the play-in, their title hopes had dropped to near zero. And after Curry's injury, it felt like everything started falling apart. Moses Moody suffered a patellar tendon rupture in his knee and was ruled out for the season. At one point, as many as 10 players on the roster were dealing with injuries. Everyone was telling Curry the same thing: there was no point in coming back this season. Why risk it now, when you could fully recover and come back next year with Butler healthy again, ready to make another run? But Curry refused. While he was sidelined, he watched the team struggle. He watched his teammates fight and come up short again and again. And no one felt that frustration more than him. He knows what he means to this team. Not just as a scorer, but as the heartbeat of the team. The one player who can break a defense when everything else stalls. Even at 38, Curry is still averaging 27.2 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game. From beyond the arc, he remains one of the most feared players in the league. His rhythm, his gravity, his ability in clutch moments, none of it can be replaced. As fans, it puts us in a tough spot. We want to see Curry back on the court, but we also want him to stay healthy. If a championship isn't realistic this season, maybe it's better to sit it out and come back stronger next year. But Curry doesn't see it that way. At 38, he knows his window is closing. Even without a real shot at the title, he still chooses to step onto the court. This is what love for the game looks like. This is respect for the fans who show up every night. In an era where attention and profit come first, most people won't even try anymore. If not this year, then next year. If not this team, then another. That mindset has become normal. But it also makes people forget why we fell in love with basketball in the first place. We love it because anything can happen. Because until the final minute, nothing is decided. And if players lose the courage to chase the impossible, then maybe the game itself loses part of its meaning. For years ago, nobody believed in the Warriors. But Curry led them to a championship anyway. Now, once again, they're on the edge of the playoffs. And the question remains, can he pull off one more miracle?